welcome back, War Gamers, to another game of SoloHammer. Today we have the amassing swarms of Tyranids versus the most toxic beings in the universe, the Death Guard. In a 500-point game of Warhammer 3rd Edition. So each army is about 500 points, and we're going to be starting with Tyranids. We have our HQ choices, 3 Tyranid warriors with they don't really have bone swords in 3rd edition, so it's going to be mainly their death spitters and barb stranglers. Then 1 unit of 9 hormagaunts, a second unit of 9 hormagaunts, and then finally some lictors, because I wanted a very melee heavy army, but I didn't want to play gene stealers. As for the Death Guard, we have Gloth the Uncleaned, or whatever I named him. He is leading his little retinue of Chosen, and 1 unit of 5 Plague Marines with a champion, and another unit of 5 Plague Marines with no champion, and in reserve we got some Plague Bearers. This week's beverage of choice is Coca-Cola that has a peach flavor to it. Alright, let's crack on. But before we crack on, I would like to personally thank everyone who decided to show up and watch this video, and I have a question. My terrain, I try to vary every single game. But I was wondering, should I try out playing a game using tournament rules? A lot of people have told me I should try tournament rules. So, give me your thoughts down. Should I try to give tournament terrain a try with like a 2,000 point armies? Comment down below. But let's get started. Alright, Tyranids are red, Death Guard is black. Death Guard will go first. First things first, in the movement phase, do the demons spawn in on a 4-up? No, they don't. We'll have to wait the next turn. We're just going to start by moving all of Goth's army forward, because they are toughness 5, and they don't really care about getting into fights, because they can tough it out. They also have Nurgle's Rot, which basically means at the end of the shooting phase, anything within 6 inches takes on a roll of 6, I believe, takes a wound. After moving forward, these units are going to start firing their bolters into the enemy. Alright, 6 shots from this unit into the hormagaunts, hitting on 3s. Nice. Strength 4 against toughness 3, so 3s to wound. And the hormagaunts have a 6-up save. Alright, 2 die. The Chosen are going to fire their bolters into the unit of lictors, hitting on 3s. And wounding on 4s. Well, 5-up save. And then he takes a wound. This unit of Plague Marines are going to fire into this this mess of gaunts, hitting on 3s. And wounding on 3s. Alright, 6-up save. Nope, 3 die. Sadly, not being able to wipe out the entirety of a unit, the Tyranids will go next. Alright, let's see how tough Death Guard actually is against a whole bunch of, like, claws and shit. Moving everything forward. After moving everything forward as much as we can, we're going to now begin our shooting phase. The 2 warriors with Death Spitters are going to fire into this unit of Marines, hitting on 4s. Yes. It's a blast, so the first one will go here, and the second will go here, cover the entire unit. It's strength 6 against toughness 5, so it's going to be 3s to wound. Nice. But it is also 3-up save. Oh wow, okay. Okay. So 2 Marines out front are just killed. That's the champion and one other dude. The Tyranid with the Barb Strangler is going to fire an Ordnance Blast on that same unit. If it would cooperate and stay still. Please and thank you. Oh, no, we just hit them all. It does reduce their strength by 2, so it's strength 3 against toughness 5, so it's going to be 5s to wound. Yeah. Nothing. And for shooting phase, and now it's time for Nurgle's Rot. During the shooting phase, everything within 6 inches of a model with Nurgle's Rot takes a Roll the dice, and on a 6, it takes a wound. The lictors. Nope. The hormagaunts. They take 3 wounds. These hormagaunts. They take no wounds. Alright, sync save for these gaunts. 1 lives, 2 die. And now everything will charge. Everything is now in close combat. Well, except for the warriors. So, 15 attacks from the hormagaunts and 4 attacks from the plague marines. All hitting on 4s. All at the same time. Lovely. 5s for the gaunts. 3s for the marines. Alright. The gaunt needs a 6-up save. Fails it. And the marines need a 3-up save. Alright, 1 dies. We're going to move on to this mess. The lictors go first. They're the fastest thing on the field with initiative 6 against Gloth's 5. So, 4 attacks each with the charge. Hitting on 3s. And then straight 6 on toughness 5. So 3s to wound. It's a lot of wounds. Gloth has a 2-up save and a few wounds. Let's see if he can take them all. He takes 2 wounds. How many wounds does he have? Gloth is down to 1 wound, but now he gets to fight back. Gloth has 5 attacks, and he needs 4s to hit. Nice. Toughness 5, strength 5, which is toughness 4, re-rolling because of lightning claws. So any ones I don't like, I get to re-roll. So I get to re-roll. Lovely. That's 4 wounds. 5-up save. Alright, that's 2 dead. And then the rest of the marines into the last lictor. Hitting on 4s. Wounding on 4s. Okay, 1 wound. 5-up save. He takes a wound. I just realized they only lost 1 because of they have 3 wounds, not 2. But yeah, this is where I look at it now. This unit of mess is all going to attack next, all hitting on 4s. Hormagaunts need 5s. Plague marines need 3. Nice. 3-up save and 6-up save. Alright. We have 2 dead gaunts and 1 dead plague marine. Alright, so Tyranids don't take leadership attacks, and the Death Guard didn't lose that fight, so they're ongoing. As well as that one. Well, actually, no, Tyranids technically lost that, but they don't get to take the test, so that just keeps going. And yeah, this continues to go as well. Although I kind of want to fall back. Oh, well. Hold on, let me think. I'm gonna have this unit fall back. Alright, that works. Alright, so now we're in Death Guard turn 2. How do I want to do this? First things first, let's see if the demons come in all 3 up. They're in. I kind of want to have them appear. They can appear anywhere on the table as long as they're touching a model. So between Gloth and this Plague Marine, if you don't mind. How far? 9 inches.
Settling the reek of 1,000 red mud riders appear behind the enemy line.
Yeah, I'm sure that's fair. Okay, so they can't move on the turn they're summoned on, but they can assault immediately as they get onto the field. They charge the lictors. I kind of wish there was a buff that if you're able to like get an attack from behind, you get like +1 attack, but whatever. Sadly for the Plague Boys, the lictors do go first though. They're fast little bugs. 3s to hit. You know what I realized? I forgot to do something. A shooting phase did occur, even though I jumped immediately to the assault phase. And they were within 6 inches, that's how we were able to charge. So they actually need to see if they actually take wounds from Nurgle's Rot. Someone takes a wound. Luckily they did get their save, so 5 up. That lictor's dead. Which means I need to redo that roll again. Hitting on 3s. Okay. 3s to wound. Nice. And then a 5-up demon save. 2 die. So 7 of them are in combat range. Weapon skill 4 against 6. I need 5s. Okay. I take it back. It's 4s. It's 4s. And then it's 4s to wound. Auto wounding on 6s because of the plague blades they have covered in filth. Alright, not bad. 2 wounds. That means it's just dead. That means 2 points for deleting an elite choice. Alrighty. Consolidating the dead. Okay, 1 inch. We're going to do this matchup again. 4s to hit. And then 3s and 5s. Nice. A 6-up save and a 3-up save. Alright, 2 gaunts are just killed. Same thing with this unit. 4s to hit. 3s and 5s to wound. And then 6s and 3s. Let's see, it's 1 dead gaunt, 2 dead gaunt, and 1 dead marine. At the end of Death Guard turn 2, we have deleted 1 unit of lictors, and we're slowly whittling down the rest of the army. Time for Tyranids. Turn 2. At the beginning of their turn 2, the Tyranid warriors are going to move up so they can get in range with their Death Spitters, and a better range of everything else. Yeah. The Death Spitter is going to fire into this unit with Gloth, hitting on 4s. They both hit. It is a blast weapon, so the first one will go here, and the second one will go here, covering the entire unit. 3s to wound the mob of bad men. And 4 wounds. 3-up save. Ooh. Okay, 2 die. 2 Death God Marines. Hey, come here. You are killed. The Bob Stringer is going to fire into that same unit with the pipe plate. Right on top of Gloth. If you can hold it. Thank you, Gloth. You are a treasure. And it hits. Strength 3 against toughness 5, so 5s to wound. Yes. 2 wounds. I'm going to take a long golf on 2-up. Just pray for me. And he's fine. Thank God for that 2-up save. The warriors are not within 6 inches enough to actually charge the plague bearers. Birds. So we're just going to move on to this and that combat. In fact, we're going to do them at the exact same time. No, we're not. This combat first. Alright. 4s to hit. And 3s and 5s. Alright, nice. 6-up save and 3-up save. The marine is fine, and 1 gaunt is destroyed. This fight is the same, hitting on 4s. 3s and 5s to wound. And a 6-up save. Dead bug. Curse their leadership. They cannot move. Actually, I just measured it. That gaunt is too far to get it to the sit-ups. So while he's not. So he will have to take a leadership test. Okay, so that leadership of the gaunt is 5 at minus 3 because he's outnumbered 1 to 3. So it's 2. Yeah, he's running. How far? Do we catch 2? Yeah, he's dead. How far do the Marines consolidate? 5 inches. Wow, they're going places. They went from there to there, and soon to there. But that does mean we get 1 point for deleting a unit, so we're at 3 points for Death Guard and 0 for Tyranids. This is a weird game. It's weird because that was turn 2 for Tyranids, and they still haven't wiped out entire. Toughness 5 is scary. Alright. This unit used to do a group. And they just need pass the leadership test. And they're fine. During the movement phase, everything's just going to scuttle up as much as we can because we want to delete that HQ choice. Alright, so Gloth's chosen have formed a firing line. The Plague Marines, the Plague Bearers have moved up to prepare for a charge. And these Plague Marines are going to start firing as well into that unit. And GG. This unit of Marines into the Warriors hitting on 3s. Wounding on 4s. Give me that back. 1 wound. So the warriors have extended carapace, so they get 3 up save. Yeah, this is gonna be a fun fight. These 3 plague marines are doing the exact same thing, hitting on 3s. Yeah, wounding on 4s. Okay, that's nice. 3 up save. Yeah, they're fine. This is gonna be a cluster mess. That unit and that unit are gonna charge into the warriors. The warriors go first in the fight. Weapon skill 5 against weapon skill 4, 3s to hit. Yikes. Shrink 5 against toughness 5, so 4s to wound. 2 wounds. 5 up demon save. 1 dies. The plague bear is hitting next. They're hitting on 4s. Oh, it's a lot of lovely numbers. Wounding on 4s, auto wounding on 6s. Alright, so 3 automatic wounds. And 1 wound. So 1 is automatically destroyed. So give me that. 1 takes a wound. So it's down to 1 wound, and it has a it's 3 up save. So 3 up. Okay, so 1 is down to 1 wound. So yeah. The plague marines behind him get to attack next, hitting on 4s. Wounding on 4s. Alright. 3 up save. That second one goes down. Meanwhile, this combat's still happening, so 3 dudes versus a gaunt. Hitting on... Actually, hold on. Is he... Yeah. Hitting on 4s. Nice. 3s and 5s. Okay. 3 up and 6 up. Alright, they both die. 1 more point for Death Guard, because they're able to bring down that final unit of gaunts. And at the beginning and the end of Tyranids' turn. 3. He will get to do his last attack. 3s to hit. 4s to wound. 5 up a demon save. Dead demon. And then 4s to hit from the demons. 4s to wound, 6s auto wound. So 1 automatic wound. And then the plague marines behind him. 3s, nothing. Alrighty. And that will end today's game. That was overwhelming for Death Guard. Goss like, hold on, I got an idea. Let's bring in those demon idiots I hate and let them deal with the bug problem. I'm sure if we kept this going, they would have eventually killed it, and this would have been, either way, a victory for Death Guard.
But as usual, thank you for watching. Like, comment, do the pleasantry down below. Ask any questions you may have as well. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.